This video is designed for the general public, especially for couples that are breaking up or divorcing, and for the interested public such as parents, friends who want to help. Due to the coronavirus crisis, there is increased number of questions I receive about divorce and family law issues in general. People would like to divorce, but before that, get a proper legal advice. The number of foreigners who marry Czechs is more than 5,000 per year. According to the Czech Statistics Office, there are also around 2,000 divorces taking place yearly concerning marriage between Czech and foreigner. When we take the statistics into consideration, the divorce rate is quite high, and having therefore information about your rights and obligations under the Czech family law is advisable. The reasons for divorce with foreigners vary. Most marriages that were divorced by our office began very promising, but a major twist always came with the children. American, Canadian, English, Italian, Spanish have no problem settling down in Czech Republic. After some time also children and property come. So at what stage does it go wrong? Here are some general scenarios. The husband doesn't find a job he has dreamed of, teaching English doesn't earn so much, Czech language is a problem to get any work in Czech companies. Czech wife doesn't want to stay forever on maternity and parental leave. Spouses are starting to have different views about raising a child, household maintenance, children behavior, question of kindergarten. Also, Czech parents or foreign parents vice cup are starting to come into play. There are of course many other kind of conflicts that can end seriously, but all these issues can be resolved. And if not, if your relationship is over, efforts to make it work have stopped, and you are convinced you want to divorce or break up with your partner, try to reach an agreement. Agreement about children and a fair agreement on settlement on community property of spouses, if you do not have any prenuptial agreement, is the best option. Beware that if you are a foreigner, you are going to have worse position due to the language barrier and also knowledge of all tricks Czechs are sharing and commonly using. However, both of you must agree with the agreement, and if not possible in your case and your partner doesn't want to make any concessions, or they want to go to the proceedings as a revenge, then you have no other choice but to start the proceedings. In that case, think about the questions I raise just for yourself. Ask yourself the following questions to get a sense of the relative strengths and weaknesses of your family's finances and situation. They will help you set priorities and enter negotiations ready to address the issues that affect your future financial security. In respect of your living situation, ask where do you want to live after your divorce. Do you want to live in the family house? Do you want to keep the family house for your children? In respect of your work, what are your career plans after your divorce? Same or different job? Are you planning on getting new training or education? In respect of children, this is a very sensitive issue and creates many disputes about form of custody. What is your ideal vision of your children will live after your divorce? What concerns do you have for your children's well-being? Here, get advice from a divorce lawyer about the difference of shared custody, sole custody under Czech law in comparison to common law system. In respect of relationships, what kind of relationships do you want with your ex-spouse? Analyze financial strengths and weaknesses. In respect of cash reserve, do you have any 6 months of living expenses in the form of cash? In respect of income, are you employed? Do you have any investments, saving accounts? Do you have your own credit card in your name? Do you have any credit history? If you have any debts and loans, you need to get information. What is your debt? What is your loan? How much? How much are you paying monthly? In respect of your home, is your home in a good shape to live there? If you want to sell it, is it in condition where you could get a full marketplace? And in respect of budget, do you know how much it will cost you to live as a single person after divorce? Have a basic knowledge of the Czech law in the Czech Republic about custody, divorce, community property division, and alimony. When spouses are in the Czech Republic and their children have habitual residence here, the Czech courts are then competent to decide on children. Concerning divorce and the law applicable to it and the related property and maintenance claims, the issues are more complex. Everything determines the child's habitual residence, the last common residence of the spouses. A common mistake is to believe that citizenship will help or that the situation is different when the child was born in Czech Republic. If you, for example, are a divorcing spouse, a Czech and English who married in Austria, living together in France or the US, where you can get divorce. When is the Czech court decide on divorce and custody of a child? How will be divided property acquired during marriage in different countries? Which law is most favorable for adjusting a maintenance? How is divorce of two Czech citizens living outside the Czech Republic or divorce of foreigners in the Czech Republic? There are rules for these issues provided in European Union regulations, international treaties and the Czech Private International Law Act. It's a comprehensive assessment of all personal and property aspects to choose the right, but also the most appropriate jurisdiction. I prepared videos about basic Czech family law institutes, a guide before marrying Czech, and information about procedure, rights and duties when you are divorcing. They are available on blog or website of Attorney at Law Office. Finally, especially given the coronavirus situation, before you announce the divorce, think about it if it's really the only solution of your family dispute, and if so, then change your password to your email, phone, tablet, notebook. Erase your accounts on your children's device to which your partner has access. Block your partner's access to your social media and also to your pseudo-friends. Don't discuss your relationship publicly or on media. Don't publish your opponent's petitions. Do not act emotively, especially not in writing, via text, emails, or WhatsApp voicemail. Take photos of the furnishing of your house, cottage, and any other real estates. Get copies of all necessary documents, purchase contracts, contracts of donations, bank account statements of the opponent, yourself, mortgage contracts, and everything that can be useful in future. Find an attorney that specializes on family law, not acquisitions. Find your own tax advisor, financial consultant. Do not have one in common. Open your own bank account, even if it's in the community property, only you can dispose of it, because your partner can prevent you from having access to a joint account. This was just a brief introduction, very brief advices. I hope it helps. And all the other information you can find in other videos. Thank you for attention.